couple of weeks ago, I went to the 2022 USA Memory Championship. My first time as a spectator and not a competitor. It was different.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the USA Memory Championship in 2022. I am not competing this year, but I will be involved in commentating, kind of moderating the live stream. We are here in Orlando at Full Sail University, which is known for their media prowess. We got an awesome setup. There's like a whole stage, lights, the whole shebang. I've never seen anything quite like it. I'm just gonna document the day and kind of see how it goes. Let's go inside.
For those who don't know, the USA Memory Championship is an event that happens every year where people come together and memorize all sorts of useless stuff. Things like playing cards, numbers, poetry, names and faces, random facts about people, long-term data, the list goes on. And essentially the winner is crowned after a full day of events, memorizing as much as possible, as accurately as possible.
And the founder of this competition is this man right here, Tony DIDN.
The founder of the USA Memory Championship.
Tony DIDN.
And my goodness, Tony DIDN, showing people there's so much more they can do with their memories than they ever thought possible.
How many championships is this?
This is number 23. So we actually founded this in 1997.
Wow.
But COVID shut us down for 1 year and snow shut us down for a second. And so we're at 25 years of doing this, but it's our 23rd event. It's great to have you here.
Thank you, yeah.
Whole
excited.
different perspective though. You're not going to be sitting there being nervous and
I feel a bit like I'm missing out, but it's okay.
well, gee, we can find the 13th spot for you.
One of the things I think is most interesting about these championships is who competes. What are the stories behind these people, and what kind of people do you find at these championships?
Are you gonna win today?
That's a plan. No.
Riz has been training with me for the last 6 months, so we'll see how he does. He's in good hands.
You might be shocked to learn that the people who show up are pretty regular people and quite varied in their backgrounds and age as well. For example, here we have Erez, who happened to be one of my students. He's in his late 30s and works on Wall Street.
I'm John Graham.
He's the former champion in 2018. He's a former substitute teacher and currently a memory and life coach and a father of 2. And this is James. He's an avid speed cuber and advantage card player. And he can do this really cool thing where he can memorize a whole chessboard, a deck of cards, and a blind solve of a Rubik's Cube all at the same time.
What? I'm Grace, hello.
So this is Grace. She's definitely a contender. She's 19 years old and in college, but studying something that has nothing to do with memory.
I've been competing since I was 13.
Really?
Yes.
I know that because I know your dad
Yes.
all the time. I forget who I compete against, but I remember your dad all the time.
Yeah, I'm super excited to be here.
You know, it just goes to show that anybody can do this. Anybody can improve their memory. It doesn't have to be some kind of geek who has no social skills and who just sits in front of their computer memorizing all day. Although that is what I do.
So this is gonna be my seat, my competition seat for the day. I'll be doing some live announcing for the YouTube stream and some interviews. So that's a different take, but I'm excited to be a part of it anyways, and hopefully make the experience for the viewer at home a little more interesting. It's never been done before, so exciting times.
So let's do a quick recap. How did it all go down? The first round, which was words to remember, had all 12 competitors go backstage and spend 15 minutes studying 200 words. These are random words that are made up of nouns, verbs, adjectives, all that jazz. They came back on stage and proceeded to go through the list one by one until 3 people had made 2 mistakes. They got 2 strikes
So
each.
word 2.
Russian.
And we'll go to word 3.
Ferret.
Usually this event doesn't go much more than 50 or 60 words, but this time it actually went really high. It went to around 89 before the round was up. I know a lot of people were sweating because they probably only memorized up to 100 just for strategy reasons. So 3 competitors got knocked out here. It went pretty well. There was just one hiccup where Zachary actually said unicircle instead of unicycle.
Unicircle.
Unicycle will get us there.
So that was a big miss on the part of the organizers, but hey, that's the way competitions go sometimes. The next event was It's Been a Long Time, or in other words, long-term memory. The competitors had had one whole month to memorize 2,000 bits of random data. Well, it wasn't random. It was 3 chosen categories that the organizers had selected. So each competitor got a turn to answer a random question from these 3 sets. Questions like,
What dates did Challenger mission STS-61A fly?
October 30th, 1985 to November 6th, 1985.
and in this round we lost Grace.
Endeavor, and it returned February 5th, 2003.
No.
Ugh, I wanted her to win. After the event, I asked her what happened, and this is her response.
Because I didn't study.
Can't win a memory competition if you don't study, right? Yup. For round 3, we had what's called the tea party, which basically has 5 strangers come on video and say 12 random bits of data about themselves. Their name, where they're from, their favorite foods, their favorite sports team, all that stuff. They say it live, the competitors have to memorize it, then they get a mind map of the same data which they can study for an extra 5 minutes.
I graduated in December 2021. Current residence, Annapolis,
This
Maryland.
event is hard. They didn't even get through the first tea party guest, which just shows you how difficult this was. 3 competitors got knocked out. Arez, my student, unfortunately, Jason, and then Matt Wilson. And finally, the last event, double deck or bust. They gotta memorize 2 full decks of cards in under 5 minutes. John Graham ran away with this one. He's an expert at cards. And Tracy and James, although I know that they can memorize lots of cards, flubbed on the 20th card and the 26th card, respectively.
6 of diamonds.
Okay.
Six of spades.
Excellent.
4 diamonds.
Good.
10 of clubs.
Okay.
5 clubs.
All right. We're on card 26.
Six of hearts.
That is not correct. We have our champion for the 23rd USA Memory Champion.
That's it. John Graham, 2-time winner, 2018 and 2022.
His second time winning the championship. Round of applause, my man. Great job, John Graham, 2-time champion now. He joins the 2-time champion club. So we got John Graham, we got Ram Coley, we got Ron White, we got me, we got Scott Hagwood, and we got Tatiana Cooley, I think. So there's 6, at least 2-time champions. I know Tatiana's won 3 times, Scott's won 4, and I've won 5. And there are 3 other 2-time champions. All right, let's pause for a second because I think it's always customary in my recap videos to do a little reaction, okay, to some of the things that I said in my last video. So let's do that. I did it. I freaking did it. I won the 2021 USA Memory Championship. My 5th title. Before you say anything, this is the trophy for the championship. No, it is not a bong. And yes, it is a seahorse. Another Why is it a seahorse. seahorse? Well, because the hippocampus. And yes, they did have another seahorse this year. What's become kind of a tradition is for me to kind of react to me reacting to me reacting. From previous Memory Championship recaps. Now, I think this video is probably gonna be less interesting than the last 2 videos I did where I talked about losing again, and then before that, losing again, because now I won. So I always find it more interesting when you lose than when you win. But whatever. At the very least, this will be a recap of what happened at the 2021 USA Memory Championship. Let's get started. All right, let's fast forward just a little bit.
So here we are again. I lost again, and
I lost again and again. Now I can say I won again. And now I can say I did neither. Cool. All right. I didn't lose. I didn't win. Nice. And I won this time, mind you, with kids, which you can hear crying in the yard. And now I have even more kids. Fuck my life.
And yeah, I feel like I just made this video, but here I am making it again.
I don't feel like I just made this video. This feels like a lifetime ago, and it was only 2 years ago. And yeah, this actually feels like I just made this video. So it's weird how time kind of feels different depending on the circumstances. There I had lost. I guess that maybe stretched the time a little bit. This had won, so it just felt like that flew by. I wish I could have stayed the current champion for much longer, but alas. Let's jump to the point where I talk about kind of how I feel.
So yeah, the difference here is I actually did not know both decks down cold. I was actually pretty rattled. I don't know, because I knew Lance was gonna push me till the end. If it had just been me and the two high school students, I would have felt like I had already won.
So yeah, maybe this is my age and you know, just my skills declining. It looked like here I didn't have both decks down cold. I definitely didn't have both decks down cold here either, but just goes to show you, anybody who's interested in trying to win the USA Championship, you don't have to be perfect, okay? This is interesting because I've actually trained cards probably more than I did this year for whatever reason. And I remember last year having a little bit of an issue with that second deck, even though I didn't need it. But this year, you know, I think if I had been in the finals with John, it's easy to say this because I wasn't there, but I felt very prepared and honestly a little more comfortable. Maybe it's because I didn't have to compete, but I definitely felt like I would have put up a good fight against John had I been there. I wish I had. Let's fast forward a little bit.
That might have been my last USA Memory competition.
Again, I'm going to react to that. That's funny because that little video in the bottom corner, when did I shoot that? That was in 2018, right? And I was saying that was my last championship, but 2021 was actually my last championship. So the biggest Nelson here, who was uncertain if he really was going to not compete this year, was correct. Here we go. 10 years later from my first win, and you know, here I am. I won again. And 2009 was my first competition. So 2013, 8 years later, I'm still here. Although I think this is it. I really do. I say that now, but I really believe 5 was the number I was looking for. I got it. I don't know. 5 still feels really good. I don't really have a need to add a 6 in front of it. It almost feels a bit stupid and unnecessary. So 5 still feels good. I'm happy about that. Else to prove. I know I told John that I'd like to compete against him in the finals, but it's true. I still would. I said I would have loved to have been there in the finals with him, but you know, there's also something really nice about having hung up my cleats on a win. You just gotta persevere and stick to the goddamn thing you want to get done. God damn it. God damn it. Just stick to it. Honestly, that's what I said in a couple of videos ago. When we want to talk about happiness and fulfillment, it's sticking to. I can almost feel, it's palpable, just how excited and satisfied I was with my performance and winning that championship. And I still feel that way. You know, I think back on, it was a year ago, I think back on it and, you know, from that perspective now, it still feels like I'm so satisfied by it, very proud of myself back then. That's not gonna change. And even when I think about competing again, I kind of stop myself because I'm like, no, you had the best way to close it out. That feeling, you'll never really get that again. You know, maybe, I don't even think if I win again, I'd get that again. And if I lose, I definitely won't get that again. And it'll sour that feeling that I had, that memory of that feeling. But on the flip side, I definitely felt like, man, I miss this feeling. I miss this feeling. I want that feeling again. And obviously I can only get that from winning, right? That's not true. I can get it elsewhere. I just need to find another place to find it. But I know where I can find it, and it's by winning this championship again, right? That's the tempting side of it, right? Because here I am. I'm getting chills when I talk about this, but I get chills just hearing myself say that because it's just a good reminder. I haven't watched this video since last year, so actually seeing it again is pretty fun to see Nelson right there, late 2021. He looks well rested, I must say. Pretty fucked these days. He's getting more sleep than I am right now. All right, let's stop there. We don't have to go too much further into this. You guys have seen that reaction many times over. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. See you in the next video. I'm out.
Congrats, man. That's awesome. You did a great job. Nice.
2 tall guys. It might have something to do with height and
related,
hippocampus.
yeah.
I don't know. It has real movement. The more the hippocampus grows. Okay, I have to get it.